which is stupid because it's about the only gigahertz band I want to use other than the other than 2.4 and 10 for QO100 if I ever get the stuff for it. I'm just getting the license schedule up here to see the power limits. Intermediate. So 135 kilohertz, because everybody uses that, is maximum 1 watt. The primary section of 160 is 100. The secondary section of it is 32. 430 to 431 is 40 watts maximum. 431 to 432 is 40 watts maximum. Yeah, and after that is 100 watts on all of them, including 248 to 250 gigahertz, because I'm sure you're going to be using that every day, aren't you?
Yeah, I like transmitting daylight. Yes, it's. Well, I did joke a while ago that I had my Cub Scouts doing CW on the, what band would it have been? I can't remember what the band was. It was in the terahertz. Yeah, it was. It was the 400 to 750 terahertz band.
Yeah, well. There is a terahertz band, because obviously full licensees are allowed some of the terahertz bands. Well, actually, I think it's every band above, well, pretty much every frequency above 300 gigahertz, as long as they have a, was it 300 terahertz? No, it's gigahertz. 300 terahertz gigahertz, as long as you've got an NOV, and which is kind of stupid, because I mean, like, I don't need an NOV to see, and I don't need an NOV to turn a light on. So yeah. Unless we're in the license-free section here, I'm not sure, but yeah, yeah. So there are parts of the radio spectrum which, for amateur radio use, you can see, and well, by radio spectrum, at that point it's light spectrum, visible light. But to use it, you need an NOV. I'm not exactly sure how you do that. I don't know if you would literally just use a torch doing CW to some bloke the other side of the room to you, or if you would somehow connect a modulator to a torch so whenever you talk it lit up. I'm not exactly sure how the terahertz bands work, or how exactly you're supposed to govern them, because unless you can literally see the person transmitting up there, you're not really going to be able to do anything about it, are you? Because you're not going to know. So yeah, I'm not exactly sure how they police the bands higher than higher than 10 gigs, to be honest, because even the lower gig, well, the gigahertz bands above 10 gigs would be hard to police, just because of how close you'd have to be, or line of sight pointing in their direction with your dish or whatever. M7FWJ.
Too easy, LNA, yeah, absolutely. And that's exactly what I was doing with the Scouts. We were flashing a torch across the hall. So very wide band, 400 to 750 terahertz. That is a huge bandwidth for a very slow rate CW signal with, but hey ho. Yes, that bit's an IS. The visible light is essentially an ISM band. You can do whatever you like in it. It's completely license free. I think they get a little bit concerned if you start putting out significant ERPs though in it. They're worried less about the actual power of the transmitter and more about the beam width and how focused your ERP is, because it starts to get a bit dodgy when you get it down to these super duper narrow bands, narrow beam widths, and it tends to burn through things.
Yeah. Actually, thinking about it, I can't remember it now, but I did see it somewhere. It's the terahertz band. It might be just outside the light spectrum, and you use a laser of some sort or something. I can't actually remember. I saw a report on it because there's somebody who mainly uses terahertz bands. So I saw somebody put it up, but I can't actually remember it because it was a few months ago now. But if I find it again, I'll have to let you know. So yeah, I'm not sure, but I'm sure it was one of the terahertz bands you for some reason need an NOV for. I mean, I don't know how you police it, but you know, they're still going to ask for an NOV. I mean, like, yeah, it's strange things. Anything above, well, anything above here, pretty much.
Yeah, and like I say, that's what I was on about with extreme ERPs in the visible light spectrum, is when you start playing around with laser beams. It gets a little dangerous. Anyway, I'll leave a big pause and see if anyone else wants to call in, because it's gone past now, so hopefully there'll be a few more people around. This is 2 Echo 0, Lima November Echo, on the 433 Alive beginning of the net, I suppose. So, see if anyone, I don't know if Troy's back yet, but see if anyone wants to call in.
M0IQM.
Hello there, Alan.
Hello there, right. I can only hear one side of the conversation, so it's a bit pointless at the moment. Okay, so back to you, M0IQM.
M0IQM 2E0LNE. Yeah, it's a shame you can't hear Ed there then. M7FWJ, are you taking Alan at all?
Not a thing.
No, he can't hear you, unfortunately. We'll stay around and hopefully we'll get a few more. Because I'm sure there will be some more people hopping on. Just a case of when they start calling in. Anyone else from 2E0LNE temporarily keeping the chair warm while until Troy comes back?
Okay, I copy that.
M7HTJ, this is Ryan. Let me know if you copy. M7HTJ, that's Mike 7 Hotel Golf Juliet. M7HTJ returning. I can't recall, I'm just in the process of noting everyone down. Thanks for letting me know I'm 4-4. I'm on a flimsy little aerial actually, just sat upon bar beacon. I'm mobile actually. I didn't think I'll get a signal at home and I haven't got an antenna set up yet, so I've travelled out to join the net tonight. Back to you.
I am a bit. M7HGJ 2E0LNE. Yeah, I'm catching you here in South Birmingham, Ryan. You're about a 4 and 5 with me. It's a little crackly, but I am hearing you. Hopefully you're taking me.
M7HGJ returning. Yeah, I can hear you also about a 4 and a 5. It's perfectly readable. The strength of signals is not strong, but yeah, I can hear you perfectly fine. Yeah, so I'm probably in a good spot for South Birmingham. Like I said, I'm on Beacon Hill. I'm on a handheld as well. So
there is a little bit of interference on this frequency at the moment, so can't do anything about that, unfortunately.
Yeah, all copied there, Ryan. I've just upped my power a little bit, so hopefully you'll be able to get me now, but a little bit better. I've gone up to 20 watts. I was only on 10 before. But yes, no, you're coming into me from Barbeacon, not too badly, not too badly. Like I say, a bit of crackle, it's a bit of a weak signal, but it's perfectly readable. Back round to Troy, and then you can bring the break in. G7LHK 2E0LNE in the group.
M0SSV. Oh, Roger, mate. Yeah, before you go round to anybody, yeah, ignore my comment on the stream. Yeah, it was my end. I hadn't put my computer speaker on. Roger. Yeah. My mistake. I hadn't put my computer speaker on, so I wasn't hearing nothing. Yeah, Roger. I can see you wearing your cans. Roger, okay, yeah, I'm just looking on your screen who we got on. Got Dan. Hello, Dan. I'll hear you, mate, no problem. And let's try Ryan, see if I can hear Ryan. Ryan, do you copy me, my friend?
M7HGJ, yeah, I copied that perfectly. Back to you.
Oh, Roger, Ryan, yeah, I've got you, mate, I've got you. You give me about a signal 5. I'm in South Birmingham, Kings Norton, Roger.
Sorry, I've only just got my licence. I'm working out all the numbering still for the readability and strength. But yeah, I can hear you perfectly well. Like I said, up at Barbeacon, on mobile. I might move around a bit just to see where else I can get signal. I might even venture back home and see if I can pick the group up there as well. But back to you.
Oh, Roger, Ryan. Yeah, okay, mate. Okay. Who else is there on? Well, yeah, I say, Ryan, you give me a good strong signal, about 5 from where you are. I say I'm all the other side of Birmingham, South Birmingham, so there you go. Let's see if we can, who else is there? Ed. See if we can copy, Ed, you copy me.
7FWJ, no I don't. Just quickly, Troy, there's audio on your live stream, but there's absolutely no sound. Yeah, when you're talking, there's absolutely no sound on your live stream.
Combat that now. How's that?
Yeah, there you go, fixed.
I've got mute on the mic. I thought the audio would have come through the USB port, but it's obviously not doing that. So the audio quality isn't going to be brilliant on that. I guess it's coming through the laptop, unlike the 101D, which through the USB port for some reason gives me very, very good audio. But this 991A doesn't want to know unless I've got a setting wrong. But at least you're hearing me on the live stream now. Thanks for the heads up on that one, Ed.
Yeah, well, no problem. But yeah, I suppose poor audio is better than no audio at all, isn't it? But yeah, at the minute it's only you and Dan that I'm hearing. But anyway, I'll be back in 5 seconds.
Okay, mate. Yeah, no problem at all. Thanks for the heads up on the audio. I didn't realise it wasn't giving the audio out. I tested it earlier and I thought it was, but obviously not. But okay, right, let's see if anybody else is around. Anybody else wishing to call in on the Thursday night nets on 77s? Golf 7 Lima Hotel Kilo.
Golf 0 at November Whiskey X-Ray.
0 November Whiskey X-Ray. Good evening to you. The name is Troy, Tango Romeo Oscar Yankee in Sutton Coldfield. And if I could take your name, I'll give you a signal report on the next one. Over.
Good evening, Troy. It's Darren over in Castle Bromley. I've spoke many times. You're 5 and 9 as usual. Running a small handheld here, so I'm not as strong as I would normally be. Antenna's still a 510 over.
Yeah, well, you're 5 and 7 with me, Darren. No problem into Sutton Coldfield whatsoever. And we are live streaming, or I'm live streaming at the moment. So if you're not hearing too many people, you can watch the live YouTube stream. Just go onto YouTube and put my call sign in, and click on the live stream there, and you can hear as it happens. Fortunately, Ed told me that I hadn't got any audio out on the microphone, but we got that sorted. I think probably we won't be too brilliant, but we'll see how we go anyway, and I'll watch the video back and see if I can play around with the audio settings later. But we have a few people on. We got Mike 7 Fox Whiskey Juliet, Ed. We got 2E0 LNE, Dan. We got Alan M0 IQM. We got Ryan Mike 7 Hotel Golf Juliet up on Barbeacon, and we got Steve Mike 0 Sierra Sierra Victor in Kings Norton. If there's anyone you want to pass it round to, Darren, please go ahead. Over.
Yeah, thanks, Troy. Good evening, everybody. Hello, Steve. I haven't spoken for a while. I don't come on very often, to be honest. I sold the 9700 I had. I wasn't using it very much, and yeah, fine on the live stream. I've got it on. I've got it at the moment. Just waiting for there's a SpaceX space rocket going to go up in a bit. So I'm just watching that as well. So I'm watching a bit of both. Yeah, I'm hearing everybody. One of the stations, it might be Ed, isn't too strong to me, but everybody else is no problem. I'll put it back to you, Troy. I'm only going to be on the side. I'm not going to be involved as such, because as I say, I am doing other stuff, and I'll just sort of give you a shout there. G7LHK G0NWX.
5 and 3 here.
Sugar Lima Oscar.
Here was the Sugar Lima Oscar.
Yeah, this is Al here, Alpha Lima, from call sign Mike Zero, Sugar Lima Oscar, over.
Yeah, good evening, Al. How you doing? One of the members from the Nuneaton Club, aren't you, I believe? You're about 5 and 7, 5 and 8 in my ears. I wasn't looking at the meter, Al, but very good evening to you. We're live streaming at the moment as well, you probably know. So if you're watching that, I've just put your call sign up on the screen there. Mike Zero's Sierra Lima Oscar from Golf 7 Lima Hotel Kilo in the group.
Thank you there, Troy. Yeah, Mike Zero SLO. Yeah, you're coming in at 5 and 9 plus 20. So there's plenty of signal over here in North Warwickshire, just north of Coventry, about 5 miles, small village called Bulkington. And yeah, Ed is on there as well, by the sound of it. And yes, great to make contact with the network. Unfortunately, I've got some work to do downstairs, so I won't be on very long. But just wanted to show some support for you. Nice one with the network. I'm using a Kenwood TS790 with an X50 collinear 70 SEMS and 2 meters. It's what I normally use for contesting, but obviously not out tonight. So yeah, great to hear everybody. I'll pass it on back to you to pass out as you see fit. I'll be listening in for a few rounds. Over.
Yeah, okay, acknowledge the break. Yeah, no problem, Al. I am live streaming at the moment as well, so if you look on YouTube, go to my call sign, Golf 7 Lima Hotel Kilo, you'll see the stream, and you'll be able to hear everybody on the YouTube channel that I'm hearing anyway. But anyone in particular you want to take it round to before I bring the other break station in? Mike Zero Sierra Lima Oscar, we've got Ed, we've got Dan 20 LNE, we've got Alan M0IQM, we've got Ryan Mike 7 Hotel Golf Juliet up in Barbeacon, Steve M0SSV, and Darren Golf 0 November Whiskey X-Ray, Al. So pick one of those if you like, over.
Okay, regards to everybody, and maybe just pass it on to Ed, as he's one of our members and very keen on your network as well. So over to you, Ed, and I do remember your call sign. I hope FSJ. Yeah, over to you, Ed.
No, that's Steve M6FSJ you're thinking of. It's M7FWJ. Yeah, the break was me, Troy. I was just going to say I could hear the G0NWX you was following through here. And Al, obviously you're at 5 and 9 plus 40 because you're basically down the road.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah, sorry about your call sign. It just popped out. I knew I was wrong as soon as I said it. There you go. Yeah, back over to you, Ed.
Yeah, well, other than that, I don't really have much else to say at the minute because it's still only you. It's you, Troy, Dan, and G0NWX I can hear now. Although I think NWX is off doing something, so I'm not sure if he's there or not. But anyway, so I'll pass it over to you, Troy. G7LHK M7FWJ.
Yep, okay, then. Golf 7 Lima Hotel Kilo. Round to you, Dan. 20 LNE. If you want to take a few overs, I'm just going to go and put my plate in the kitchen, and I should be back with you. So 20 LNE, if you want to go ahead, from Golf 7 Lima Hotel Kilo in the group.
2E0 LNE, yeah, just leaving a pause there in case anyone else wanted to. I thought I heard a couple of faint breaks earlier, but not sure if they have already called in now or if they are still waiting, so I'll leave some gaps, and if everyone else leaves us a couple of gaps so we can get more people in. Yeah, hi Darren and Al, both incredibly strong signals to me. You're well over the 9, both of you, no problems at all to Bartley Green, so yeah, it's definitely working there. So round to Darren, and then I'll pass it back round. G0NWX 2E0LNE in the group.
Yeah, G7LHK turning okay, no problem at all. Yeah, decent signal to me. We have spoke before. I used to join the net on 2 meters. As I say, I sold the 9700 I've got. I wasn't using it, so I sold it a few months ago. And I've just got a little any tone. It's a mobile setup, but it's in the house. Only a little thing. It's only about as big as a little portable radio. But it puts out 60 watts and it seems to work, and all the repeaters are logged into it, so it's just handy to have. I don't use VHF very often, if I'm honest. I'm more of an HF man, but yeah, no problem. Okay, I'll put it round to Steve. I don't know if you're hearing me, Steve. Mike 0 Sierra Sierra Victor G0NWX.
M0SSV returning. Yeah, I just didn't catch the call sign then. It was like a bit just on the border of my skip level, so I didn't. Can you come again with the call sign, please?
Yeah, it's Golf 0 November Whiskey X-Ray, Darren over in Castlebrum.
I got Golf 7 something X-ray. Yeah, but you give me about a signal 1 to 1 to 1.5, say just on my skip level, but you're definitely making the trip over to Kings Norton, my friend.
Yeah, no problem, Steve. It's Golf 0 G0 November Whiskey X-Ray, Norway Whiskey X-Ray. We have spoke before. We were both in the same job at one point, QSL.
That's right. I'm struggling with him, mate. Can you relay?
Yeah, it's Golf 0 November Whiskey X-Ray, Darren. And he was saying you and Darren were both in the same role at some point. You can see it on the screen anyway if you're still watching the live stream, Steve. I'll put his call sign up for you. But 5 by 1, Darren, is your report, over.
Yeah, no problem. Try. Clearly, I'm not going out as well as I used to with the 9700, but yeah, no problem. At least I am getting out. Okay, I'll put it back to you, then I'm going to disappear and do some bits and pieces. 73 is all, and enjoy the net. G0NWX.
Yeah, no problem at all, Darren. Thanks for calling in, and hopefully we'll do it later on next week. There's some talk of Tuesday next week. I think Paul M0PVN is away down in Devon at the moment. So, Paul, if you are watching the stream, good evening to you. Yeah, we'll put some notes out over the weekend period anyway, Darren, and you can join in next time round. All the very best to you. Thanks for calling in. Golf 0 November Whiskey X-Ray, Golf 7 Lima Hotel Kilo in the group. Anyone else wishing to call in? Golf 7 Lima Hotel Kilo. No, it's gone a bit quiet. Okay, is Alan still with us? M0IQM, I wonder.
M0IQM, yes, I'm just about here. It's difficult to try and use Discord and the radio, so I've turned Discord down at the moment, so I'm just on 70 Sems. It's M0IQM.
Yeah, I'm not on Discord, Alan. I'm on YouTube, mate. I think that's what you meant anyway. But anyone you want to take it round to in the group, if you're watching the live stream, you should have the call signs in front of you and the names. So anyone that you can hear and you'd like to pass it round to, over?
No, I'm not watching the YouTube. I'm trying to multiplex on other jobs as well at the moment. M0IQM, back to you, Troy.
Okay, Alan. Yeah, no problem at all. We'll go round to Ryan then. Are you still up on Barbican, Ryan? Mike 7 Hotel Golf Juliet, Golf 7 Lima Hotel Kilo in the grid.
And G3VHK.
Hey, returning. Yeah, it's obviously in the same location. I've just been working through who I can hear. I can't hear Ed M7 FWJ. I can't hear him at all on the air. I am quite interested to see if, I think it's AJ, is it M0SLO or M0SL, yeah, O. I'm just interested if he can hear me over in Nuneaton. Back to you.
Yeah, okay, just bear with me a second there, Ryan. G3VHJ, I'll bring you in a second. I think that's Peter, isn't it? Correct me if I'm wrong in a while. Al, M0SLO. Have you got a copy on Ryan, Mike 7 Hotel Golf Juliet at all?
Mike 7 Golf, was that her Golf Hotel Juliet? Golf, yeah, could you just give me the call sign again, please?
Yeah, it's Hotel Golf Juliet. Mike 7 Hotel Golf Juliet, Al.
Roger. No, unfortunately, he's the only one I can't get at all. We're over here in North Warwickshire, and there is nothing on my meter at all there. Alan, I'm getting a S1. I can just about make him out. He's readable. Steve is a S2. M0SSV, I think it is, Steve. Darren S9 plus 20. Yourself at S9 plus 40. Now, I did have 2E0LNE. I could hear him pretty clearly. It was about S5, I think. So, yeah, I can hear most people, just Ryan. I just wonder if G3VHJ can manage to make him out. He's got a very good position and a nice antenna up there. Can I pass it over to G3VHJ?
Yeah, go ahead, Al.
Okay, over to you, Mark. G3VHJ.
This is G3VHJ. Evening to everybody on the net. I've only just switched on, so I haven't quite got to... Oh, hang on. That's 2 meters. All right. I think we're doing a bit of cross-banding here. I haven't got Ryan, M7HGJ. I know he's there, but the signal strength is not quite enough for me to hold a conversation with him. G7LHK in the group from G3VHJ.
Yeah, okay then, Mark, no problem. I think you got Al, you said, but you couldn't hear Ryan. Ryan is up on Bar Beacon, running a handheld, I believe. I'm not quite certain. Either handheld or mobile, but you've got Al, I take it, have you?
Yeah, I have no problems with the M0SLO.
Yeah, no problem at all. Okay, anyone who wishes to take it round to, Mark? We've got Ed, Mike 7 Fox Whiskey Juliet. We've got Dan 2E0LNE, Alan IQM, M0IQM. Ryan, you're not hearing. Steve SSV, Darren NWX, G0NWX, and Al you've just spoken to, I believe, as well. So, any others you wish to call in or have a chat with Mark, over?
Yeah, this is G3VHJ. Trying to do a little bit of cross-banding at the moment. And I've got traffic on 145425, but not very strong because I'm cross-polarised. But if anybody's taking signals from me that's distant, that would... I'm in North Warwickshire. I'll pass it round to you again, Troy, and whichever station you want me to call.
Okay. Any stations wishing to speak to Mark? Golf 3 Victor Hotel Juliet.
2E0LNE. I'll say hi to Mark. G3VHJ from 2E0LNE.
2E0LNE. This is G3VHJ. Yes. LNE. Yes, we spoke the other day. You had good signals.
Yes, yeah, you're 5.9 plus 10 dB to me, no problems at all there, Mark. So, yeah, all working very well. Yeah, that was the main thing, and I'll pass it round to Troy, G7LHK.
Okay, Dan, thanks for that. Let's take a quick check. Any other stations wishing to call in on the Thursday night net for 433475? G7LHK listening, goodbye. Nothing heard so far. Let's try again. Golf 7 Lima Hotel Kilo, in company with the Midland Amateur Radio Society and Nuneaton District Amateur Radio Club. Any other stations wishing to call in, please do so now with your call. No, nothing heard at all. Steve, M0SSV, would you like to take the net for a couple of minutes? I'm just going to nip out and have a quick cigarette.
Yeah, M0SSV, yeah, I've got it, Troy, yeah, no problem. Yeah, no problem. Okay, anybody wishing to come in and join the net, please go ahead now, please. Negative, nothing heard. Don't know if anybody else said anything. While I got the mic, I'll say good evening to Mark. Hope you're well, Mark.
Yes, I'm good. As I say, I'm listening on 2 meters as well, but with not the best of facilities, because I'm just using a halo, so horizontally polarized listening on 2 meters.
Oh, Roger, it's all right. I'm just looking at the list that Troy's made who's on. Well, at least you're coming through all right anyway, Mark, so no problems whatsoever, and hope you're hearing me all right. So, yeah, we'll go see if I can speak to, is it Darren, G7LHK? Oh, can't hear anything. Who else have we got? M0SLO. Is it L? Or A? Or well, he hasn't put your name down. M0SLO. Do you copy me?
Roger. Steve, I am copying you. M0SSV, M0SLO. Yeah. I don't know whereabouts you're based, Steve. You're coming in at S2. Be interested to know whereabouts you're based. I'm around about 3 or 4 miles north of the centre of Coventry. At a village called Bulkington. Generally, I can get out reasonably well, even on 77s. But it's interesting to see how far we're getting on 77s. It's not bad at all for distance. You're coming at S2. I wonder. I'm at running at around about. I've turned it up. Let me see now. I'd say I was on about 15 watts at the moment. Yeah, back over to you, Steve. M0SSV, M0SLO in group.
Oh, Roger. Yeah, I'll copy you, my friend. Yeah, no problem whatsoever. You give me about a signal 2. My QTH is South Birmingham, Kings Norton, about 2 mile off junction 2 of the M42. Roger.
Roger. Yeah, I know it pretty well. And yes, as I used to work not too far away from there, a little place called Longbridge for a while anyway. So yeah, nice place. Okay then, Steve, back over to you. I just wonder where everybody else is based. Of course, we've got Ryan at Bar Beacon. I don't know where Alan is. I don't know if he's around. M0IQM. Do you want to hand it over?
Roger, yeah, I think, Alan, are you still with us, my friend? Alan, are you still there?
I think it's doing some soldering, Steve. I'm back, by the way.
Oh, Roger, okay, then, mate. Yeah, do you want to take it back, Troy?
Yeah, no problem at all. Okay, what time are we? I think we'll end the net at about 8:30. And then, Steve, if you're free, and Alan, if you're still here, anyone else wishing to join in, we'll swap over to Discord. So hopefully you're hearing me anyway on the stream. I've got the microphone on, so for some reason the audio's not going through the headset. I don't know why, but there we go. It does on the 101, but it doesn't like it on the 9918 for some reason. Right, any other stations wishing to call in? This is Golf 7 Lima Hotel Kilo, live streaming with the Midland Amateur Radio Society and Nuneaton District Amateur Radio Club. Any other stations, please? No, nothing heard. Okay, we'll try again. Golf 7 Lima Hotel Kilo, Sutton Coldfield, West Midlands. Any other stations wishing to call in? No, it's gone quiet again. Okay, Alan, let's see if Alan is still with us. M0IQM, Alan? No, he's probably picked his soldering iron up and thought it was his microphone. Hi. Hopefully he hasn't hurt himself. Let's go around to Ryan, M7HGJ. Ryan up on Barbeacon, you still with us?
M7HGJ here. Yeah, I'm still with you folks. Yeah, just like to let you know as well, this is my first time on UHF as well. I haven't done anything on UHF up until now, since I've got my licence. So yeah, it's been a really great introduction to having a play around on UHF. Yeah, so back to you. Thank you.
No problem at all, Ryan. A UHF virgin, as they say. Yeah, well, I must admit we haven't been active on 77s for too long either. Preferring 2 meters, but we're trying to get a little bit of activity going on the 77s band, so it's good of you to come in and join us this evening. Okay, Darren, G7LHK, you still with us, Darren? No, I think Darren's gone. M0 Sierra Lima Oscar L, still with us?
M0S, hello. Absolutely, still here. I just wonder how the propagation does compared to 2 meters. Maybe that's an idea just to try something out. It's I think the 77s is doing pretty well to get out that far. Very clean signal by and large. So yeah, happy with that. And I think I dropped into your conversation sort of right at the end last week. A bit busy last week, so I couldn't come in. But I had a quick chat with a couple of people on the net right at the end last week. So good to hear that 77s is still alive, and yeah, we need to use it or lose it. So great stuff. Yeah, back over to you, Troy. L7LHK, M0SLO in group.
Yeah. Oh, I think somebody called in then. Was there a break?
Yeah, it was only me, Troy. Has my signal gone up to you?
To be honest, Steve, I wasn't looking. You're about 5 and 7.
Anybody tell me if my signal's gone up to them?
It's M0SLO. You're still at S2, but you're much clearer now, Steve.
Okay, thank you. It's all right. I've just turn my power up a little bit.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah, you're coming through fine, and you've got background noise, but very legible. And I would say that there is an improvement. Over.
Oh, Roger. Okay, yeah, thank you.
No problem.
Okay, yeah. About 5 and 7, Steve. No problem at all, mate.
Roger, okay, mate. Go on, carry on.
Oh, thank you, sir. Any other stations wishing to call in? Golf 7 Lima Hotel Kilo in the group.
This is G7LHK. Any stations wish to call in on this frequency?
Nothing heard, Mark.
Yeah, okay. I'm only running about 7 or 8 watts at this end, and I'm hearing everybody quite well, I think, except the station on Barbeacon, which is M7HGJ. I know it's there, but yeah, I'll probably see if I can improve things this end a little bit, and for UHF.
Yeah, no problem, Mark. Ryan's up on a high point up on the beacon, so he's probably hearing the majority of us. But I think he's only running low power anyway, and there is a bit of a hill, I think, in between you and himself there. But we'll try again. Al asked a question about propagation with regards to 2 meters. 2 meters obviously is not as difficult as UHF, because UHF is very much line of sight, there are signals that I can't hear, and I'm fairly high up where I am. But 2 meters I can hear no problem at all. I can get up into the north, Manchester, Hull, Yorkshire area. But 77s is a different kettle of fish, guys. To be fair, but it's interesting stuff anyway. And I noticed myself and Steve were talking the other night, and I couldn't hear Mandy M7ERQ on 77s at all. And I was working a little bit of FT8 on HF bands at the time, and as I had a call come in, the beam actually moved around. It does it automatically within the software, and as the beam moved around, the radials on the 2 and 77s collinear were moving around at the same time. And I just caught the tail end of Mandy's QSO back to Paul. I couldn't hear her previously, so I clocked where it was on the beam heading. And once the QSO had finished on FT8, I moved the beam round back to where I'd heard Mandy, and sure enough, we could have a conversation. So that's how strange UHF can be. Just by moving those 3 little radials on the bottom of the antenna around. It's bizarre, isn't it? From Golf 7 Lima Hotel Kilo. Let's see. Back round to you, Mark, and then we'll throw it open. What time are we now? 20, coming up to 20 past 8. We'll finish the net at about 8:30, and we'll head over to Discord. So if anybody wants to join in, they're more than welcome. Golf 3 Victor Hotel Juliet in the group. Golf 7 Lima Hotel Kilo.
I think Mark should tell his story about the UHF in the valley thing.
Go on then, Mark.
Well, we always say that line of sight and for radio signals at VHF and UHF, but it isn't quite like that always, because it seems to propagate down the valleys. UHF is a bit more bouncy than VHF, and if you've got steel buildings about, like most of us have nowadays, with all these steel warehouses,
it'll bounce around.
Sheds, the UHF bounces off it, and can give very strange results, where you don't get paths, or whether you get unexpected paths. That's one of the reasons I find UHF interesting. That those of us that played with the Mashtastic stuff, where it was coming up on a map and showing where these things were getting really quite long distances. And when you looked at it, it seemed to be all stuff in valleys. So like river valleys and things like that, UHF seems to propagate down, but it's bouncing off things on, and that's helping the propagation. I don't know, but all interesting stuff. G7LHK in the group from G3VHJ.
G7LHK returning, all copied there, Mark. It is, isn't it? It's weird, UHF. I haven't done an awful lot on UHF over the years, to be honest. It's been mainly VHF and HF, but interesting how the propagation works on these sort of frequencies. But it was extremely interesting to find out that just by moving the antenna around, even though it's a collinear vertical, just by moving it around a few degrees on the radials made a big difference as to whether I could hear Mandy or not. All good stuff. Right, let's see if there are any other stations wishing to call in. Golf 7 Lima Hotel Kilo listening and by. No, I think we've exhausted everybody this evening. But anyone wishing to had a quick chat with somebody. Golf 7 Lima Hotel Kilo, I'll throw the mic open.
Yeah, I'll take it if nobody else around. Am I doubling?
Nope.
Very good, thank you very much, M0SLO. Yeah, it is interesting about VHF. Now, I normally do UKAC's VHF contests, and I go up to 1.3 gigs, and my favourite band is 70 SEMS, and I've got this Quaggy. It's got 5 directors and a quad reflector and a quad driven element for the impedance, and I do okay. I get as far as Scotland on 10 watts, Northern Ireland and Isle of Man, because I think we've got a nice little valley from here, from the Midlands, going up towards Liverpool. Now, Liverpool, tough to get sometimes, but Isle of Man works, say Northern Ireland and southern Scotland, and round back the other way, get as far as Netherlands and France, particularly if you get a nice quiet signal. Now that is SSB and horizontal rather than vertical polarized, and as I say, vertical polarization can get attenuated more easily than horizontal. So in theory, it's line of sight. In practice, you can do pretty well with it. And like I say, 70 SEMS is really my favorite. Just really because the antennas are not that difficult to make. They're a sensible size, and you get pretty good propagation by and large. So I know we're on vertical now and FM, but I don't think we should be miles different. Of course, everybody is omnidirectional at the moment. I'm guessing nobody's using a Yagi. Anyway, back to you, Troy. G7LHK, M0SLO in group.
M0SLL, G7LHK. Yeah, I think we're all vertically polarized this evening. I don't know of anyone that's horizontal at this point in time. I know Paul M0PBM is looking into the possibility of getting a beam for 70 SEMS. I do have one myself for 2 and 70, but it's not on the mast at this point in time. Sometime early next year, I shall bring the mast down for some maintenance on it, re-grease everything, and while it's down, I'll get the beam back up on there. Yeah, no, I think we're all vertically polarized there. But it's all interesting stuff on UHF. Okay, we've got another 5 minutes or so before I'll bring the net to a close. Does anyone else want to call in or say anything? Golf 7 Lima Hotel Kilo in the group from me. Hi.
Golf 7 Echo Kilo there.
Golf 7 Echo Kilo. I'll get that call again. Golf 7 Echo something.
Golf 7 Echo Kilo Juliet.
G7EKJ. I think I know that call, but I haven't got you up on the log. Let me just look up that call. Okay. And it is, when the logbook, it's Steve, isn't it? And you're in, we worked about 12 months ago. You're in Birmingham, about 7 miles away from me. Great to catch you on 70 SEMS. I think we last worked on 4 meters, would you believe? 22nd of July last year. Very good evening to you, Stephen. Golf 7 Echo Kilo Juliet from Golf 7 Lima Hotel Kilo in the group.
G7 KJ, that's correct. I'm not too far from Aston Villa football ground, a place called Witten Lakes.
Oh, I know. Up the Villa.
Up the Villa.
Well, we have a few on the net this evening. I'll just put you on the list. We're about to close the net down, but if you want to take an over from anyone that you can hear, Stephen, you're more than welcome. You've got myself in Sutton Coldfield, obviously. There's Ed, Mike 7 Fox, Fox Whiskey Juliet in Nuneaton. We got Dan 2E0LNE in Rubery. We did have Alan M0IQM in Shirley and Solihull. Ryan, Mike 7 Hotel Golf Juliet upon Bar Beacon. Steve, Mike 0 Sierra Sierra Victor in Kings Norton. Darren, I think, may have gone G0NWX. We got Al, Mike 0 Sierra Lima Oscar. And Mark, Golf 3 Victor Hotel Juliet. So let's see, first of all, is anybody copying Golf 7 Echo Kilo Juliet and would like to put a call out to him?
I can just about hear him.
Okay, was that you, Ed?
Yes, it was M7FWJ.
By the Barbie.
Yeah, M0SLO. Steve, I can get you a S4 over here. Nice signal. You're almost squelching the noise, so pretty good. And yeah, regards to the Villa. Yeah, back over to you.
Golf 7 Echo Kilo Jet. I've got you a signal to Radio 5. Working distance is wide. IC 9100. 75 watts. And I'm using a VX4000, which is on my balcony rail. Yourself?
Yeah, passed it back to you there.
I'm taking signals from G3VHK. Evening to G7EKJ.
I've got you 5 and 5.
Yeah, similar report from my end. They're running about 7 watts.
Not too bad. Yeah, so I'm in about 75 watts, speed of VX4000, which is on my balcony rail. Speed about roughly 4.5 metres of LD 450.
Okay, my location is near to Atherstone in North Warwickshire. M7EKJ to take from G3VHJ in the group.
G7, that's not too bad. I don't do much checks, I do more listening than anything else. I just come on 77s, I'm being 77s, so well. I've got 23 7s as well.
Yeah, well, hopefully when we get things better organised, we'll start doing a little bit of cross-banding, which is always good fun.
Yeah. I'll do a bit of the 23 7s, but I haven't heard anybody up there for ages. A bit quiet.
Yeah, well, we should use it more. G7LHK to take in the group from G3VHJ.
Yeah, no problem there, Mark. And very good evening to Stephen. I'm in Sutton Coldfield. We've got a few other stations on frequency at the moment. But anyone else hearing Stephen, Golf 7 Echo Kilo Juliet at all?
I am.
Was that Dan?
2E0LNE, yes it was. Yeah, Steve, you're solid 5 and 9 to me in Bartley Green.
Yeah, I've got you 5 and 5. Not too far from us, as I said, Whitton Lakes.
Yeah, not too far to Whitton. Well, the other side of town, but only just from me. Aye. But yeah, I'm in South Birmingham, down almost in Halesowen, but not quite.
I've been through Halesowen. I mean, walkabouts, really that way.
Yeah. Let's say I count as Bartley Green where I am. I'm not far from Newman University, if you know it.
I think I've heard it somewhere. Might pass it probably.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, I'd say strong signal to me. I'm running, I think, 20 watts at the moment into an X510, also from a IC7100, so should work absolutely fine. Seems to do the job anyway. Back round to you, and then pass it round back to Troy from 2E0LNE in the group.
G7LHK, I noted. I'll pass it back to G7LHK.
Yeah, thanks, Stephen. Thanks for calling in. I'm going to end the live stream now, but let's see what the outcome was on that one. First sort of taster on this. as such for this length of time anyway. I've been playing around with it this afternoon, but for anyone that was listening or is listening, if you go on YouTube, put my call sign in, Golf 7 Lima Hotel Kilo. There is a live stream that will finish pretty soon. Let's have a look. We're ending now, so